It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got a pair of teams who not long ago had more Super Bowls than anybody else. It's the Boys and the Niners. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Santa Clara. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the number one goal is to come out with a victory.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. He'll get about 2. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And this ball batted away and incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. It's 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. So Kittle comes in motion. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's Purdy again. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Dak facing 3rd and long. Short throw caught by Ferguson. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. thrown right side, but incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Ayuk makes the play along the sideline.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. To return, it is Turpin, and he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They had to punt on their opening drive. No damage done as of yet. Still scoreless here, and they'll pick it up 1st and 10. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Dak gonna run with it himself. Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. There he goes again. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Dak gonna throw it here on 1st down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the play fake, Dak. Open down the field is Schoonmaker. A gain there of 21. 1st down, Cowboys.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Prescott. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Prescott now. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On 4th down, Here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. The kick is perfect, right in the middle. And the Cowboys will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Niners offense make their way out to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. Finding room to the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 4th down, it's Jake Moody time for the Niners. This a 31-yard attempt. Moody's kick is good. And the Niners will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. The return starts from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Prescott. Lets it go. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. 1st and 10 for Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Second and a yard. To throw, it's Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did.
And he will get into the end zone. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers take a 10-3 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after one, the Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Second and 7. To throw is Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker. Be friendly to the quarterback. And then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They face second down and 7. It's another run here for Williams. On play action, here's Dak. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. To throw is Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. First and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a second and 6. Purdy works out of the pistol. He's got the tight end, Luke Farrell. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk. Complete. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt it away for San Francisco. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Pistol now for Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Got a man, that's Tolbert. And he will score. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Cowboys. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey getting set for their next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He'll go right and find his running back. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Off the play fake, Purdy. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
3rd down, Purdy. Throwing the out route, and Ayuk has it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. And that one incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That one knocked away and incomplete.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Throwing again is Purdy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. There's Ferguson, the tight end. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Open man downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He runs with it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now it's Williams. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe? Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. A tight end in motion now. On play action, here's Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on third and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to the air is Purdy. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Purdy, finding his tight end, Farrell. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He's got a man. That's Kittle. And he will score. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Moody now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers make the lead 4. It is 17-13. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion, Lamb. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. So we hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers in the lead, as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our Halftime Report. The Niners got a fine performance in the first half from one of their leaders, Brock Purdy. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes, as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2nd down. Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On the option, here's Williams. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Prescott now. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. We'll go play action. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Dak facing 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he's got it to the 14-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Purdy gonna put it up again. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The 49ers out for the punt, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
And he's going to be about a yard short of the first, getting it up to the 36.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On the ground, this is Williams. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. He'll try to run for it with Williams. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. That's on Tyler Guyton, the tackle. They'll run it with Williams. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll go again with Williams. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Purdy going to give this to Garendo. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The 49ers out to punt this one. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This fielded inside the 35. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Niners offense and Brandon Ayuk ready to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll try the left side with McCaffrey, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's McCaffrey. Ho-ho! And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This is taken at his own 30. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Pistol now for Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
On 3rd down, Prescott. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
49ers offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
On 4th down, out comes the punter, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. First and 10. Here's Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That's into the hands of Lamb. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Niners offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Look wide, get this one complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and short. Purdy. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Here comes a return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Set to go now on first and 10. It's another run here for Williams. And not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. On second down, a run with Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
First and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, this is Miles Sanders. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll tuck it and take off. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down. That'll be a first down, a gain of 10.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does, takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down. It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Prescott. That's caught. It's Miles Sanders.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
The faithful roaring here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here is first and goal. They'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. the run game and the pass game. Everything looks the same. There's no tells.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He fields it at the 8. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Purdy on 1st down. Open man is Jennings. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. To throw once more, it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I still think there's plenty of time if they can get within shot of the end zone that they can go for a touchdown and try to win this thing in regulation. You always have a field goal try in your back pocket to at least tie the game and force overtime.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Back to the air is Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And with that throw, Mike, now they're clearly in position where they can at least attempt to tie the game with a field goal. But I don't think they should take the foot off the gas. Continue to take shots downfield. Continue. See if you can come away with the touchdown, knowing you at least have a field goal try if the touchdown doesn't work out.
And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This to force overtime. So now, a big spot coming here. This one he's gotta have. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. This one will be taken in the end zone, no run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Prescott now. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Niners offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Deron Bland. Good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. Now it's McCaffrey. Yeah! And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. So Kittle comes in motion. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Pass caught by Pearsall. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Purdy. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trayvon Diggs, tight coverage, and he knocks that one away.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Third and goal. Here's Purdy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
Of course they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
So the opening drive of overtime yields 3. Can the opponents respond? They receive the kickoff now. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now a 1st throw here in overtime. A 1st down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll go with Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
It is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have. And fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Prescott to throw it on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. And the final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.